All right, this is right off the tip. All right, Amaya gets the steal. Amaya, you got to go be more selfish and initiate contact if Jacob jumps and finish the layup. I hate 2 foot passes. Grant, you should be looking to attack downhill, but you retreat, right? And which is okay, but look, once you get here, let's look on the perimeter. This is great spacing. We got 1, 2, 3. If any of them help, you need to have a pass for that. So what you need to do is be looking to get downhill. If Jacob's help, kick to Ahmad. If he doesn't, land on 2 feet and score right over Isaac. But you never really attack. You attack the pass, deflection. All right, so let's attack the score. All right, I really like this possession. I mean, y'all push it down court, see what you could get. Nothing's there. Galen kicks it out. Zeke drives hard. Hey, they get hung or they don't communicate. Brooklyn's not in front of you. You should look to turn the corner and get downhill. All right, if you do, y'all got great spacing again. 1, 2, 3 on the weak side, but you dribble in the pass, not score. All right, and like I said, you need to have a pass for whoever comes and helps. If you drive and Grant helps, have a pass to get it to Jacob. Cade helps, pass there. All right, same thing here. All right, but you pass. So now Cade didn't have to help. He just guards Cam. All right, so we don't get anything there. So look, we got to drive to score so we can get this. All right, there's Zeke attacking the score. Kick out. Galen's wide open. All right, way to finish the possession. Amaya, be careful of dribbling at somebody and throwing it. All right, that's tough to catch. It needs to be a dribble handoff, so that's not a good pass right there. See, there's a dribble handoff, so make sure you're doing that when you're that close going at somebody. Hey, this is good because basically when Cade sets his screen, all right, he goes over it, and then boom, we're downhill with a nice little floater. Good stuff right there, Brooklyn. Way to get downhill quickly. Let's watch the power of the ball fake. All right, so and this isn't even like a great one. He just lifts the ball, and when he does, we got guys in the air, even Amon, his teammates in the air. All right, but that gives you an opportunity to get by. So don't be afraid to fake a pass and make fast for a ball fake, which puts you downhill, which gives you numbers. Zeke's not going to take a charge in a league game. He ain't about that life. Right downhill. Good job. I like this, Kate, because you get downhill, you push the ball, and this looks routine now. Wrong foot floaters, which means you put time into it. So you shoot off the wrong foot from the free throw line, and it don't really even look like it. All right, boom. And that looks really routine. So that's a good job to go full speed and then still hit a floater. That was really good to see. All right. Let's look at this press break real quick. So as soon as we throw it in, we get it in quickly. Isaac has the ball. He faces up. So Cam cuts and he doesn't stay behind the ball because they're not trapping. So we still assuming they're in man since they're not trapping yet. Zeke starts to get below the ball just in case, and then boom, we hit middle. So there's good patience there. There's gonna be a lot of chances to look how y'all deal with that press break. All right, good finish right there, Cam. Let's watch Jaren as he kind of slips. All right, so this is Jaren right here. He slips and rolls, right? And then watch how he sprints out. All right, so when this ball comes back around, he sprints out. Now Jackie's in a closeout. He attacks her, lifts the ball over Galen, finish. All right, we call that ball manipulation, like as you attack, being able to take the ball over, under, whatever you got to do so you don't have to break speed. Over, right into his layup. All right, that's a good move to make sure you practice. All right, so I like our positioning. When you get trapped, let's talk about this real quick. What you really want, if you're getting trapped, is you want your release guy, you want a person middle, and you want a sideline person. We're kind of missing the middle guy, but that's all right. All right. So now we throw it up the sideline. Galen sprints. The guy goes too hard to him. Now Jaren will take a charge. That's just how he is, how he built, high motor. But you're under the rim, Jaren. So nobody's gonna give you that. All right, but good hustle. All right, the ball kind of ping pongs around. Grant ends up with it. Quick finish. Jackie's looking to take it out quickly. She throws it to Caleb. She stays behind the play, but you can't assume that the ball's going to be slowly thrown to you. So Colin just jumps it, and you never meet the pass. All right, so do a better job at that. Ethan, just finish your layups. All right. All right, so they're about to press. Colin hustles. He's getting a rebound, gets a putback, finally gets it in there. All right, Ethan, you want to take it out quick and hit Zeke now. He's wide open. The guy who's guarding him is way back here. All right, but you don't understand how important it is to get it in quickly. So now you're looking to pass somebody. Jaren, at this point, it's been about 2 seconds. You need to deny Zeke the ball, and that's when panic sets in. When the takeout person has had the ball for 3 seconds, they just kind of throw it away. But you give them an easy outlet right there to Zeke. All right, so way to stay behind the ball right here, Ethan. All right, so now we get it to you, but don't spin away so you can't see the court. You don't want to turn away because then that's another reason mistakes happen. You have to take an unnecessary dribble there as well. All right, but watch the coffin corner. Jackie does good at getting it out. Zeke does good at being a release person. Jackie caught it in a really bad spot. So don't even have your hands up over there, Galen. There's no way while being trapped she's going to throw the ball over here. You need to be flash. We need to make triangles. If she's getting trapped, we need a person on the block. You should be sprinting to the middle, and Zeke should be on the outside. And then what would happen out of the trap is exactly what happens. Whoever gets it, it should be pass. So the other person who could come in who's also off screen is Caleb. Actually, you're the one who should pop and go middle. And if the ball gets past you, you throw to Galen, to the outside person. All right, so Zeke's where he needs to be. So now y'all see pass. And that's going to be a wide open shot after a trap. All right, so just remember the rules. Now, why it's important to be able to pass the ball up in 2 dribbles or less, on this court 1 dribble or less, and preferably 0 dribbles, is this. If you catch the ball and take it out and put adversity on the defense, it should be no dribble, pass right up to Jacob. All right, put adversity on the defense. You take unnecessary dribble, but Jacob's still wide open. Bang, good 3. All right, so just kind of know that. And again, Ethan, it just takes you too long to get it to open people. So Jackie's open, and you got to turn around and see the court quickly, and you can't, slow poke your way taking it out, because once they start getting denied, that's when bad passes happen. So you could hit her now, and you fake it, and you fake, and now it's going to be, a little tougher getting it in. All right, let's rewind this because Zeke did exactly what we worked on in the drills. He catches it, Jacob guards, immediate spin, puts him in jail. That's like almost to the letter how we drilled it. Keeps him on his hip, floater. All right, so that was a great job there because you're applying stuff really quickly. So let's take this moment right here. Galen gets it, does a jig and go, which is good. Tolu has to help a little bit. So once he helps Ethan, don't just stand there. What you need to do is know that the hot spot is opposite of the goal, this side, right? So you need to body him in, put your forearm against him, keep him under the rim. All right, because if he's taller, it's a jump ball. So you need to make contact and block him in. Then you'd have the rebound much easier and then score. So you would still end up finishing it, but Tolu's not a post. All right, a few things that will let you know if a team is well coached. All right, you'll see how they execute, obviously, but little things like this, like free throw out of bounds, free throw shots, blockouts, and baseline out of bounds plays will really tell you a lot too. So it's obvious that Amon is going to pinch, I think. Yep. And the way Jacob set up looks like he's getting shooter. So let's just see. Brooklyn's right foot needs to step up in front of Jackie, and then left foot of Colin. So let's see if everybody does their job. All right, so Brooklyn steps. You're kind of stepping too far forward, and Colin stepping late. It needs to be into Galen. But Jacob does a great job. Block out, and then Amon's pitching. I like a harder pinch, but he's pinching because you're standing tall. He could, if he was really going for it, he could get through that. All right, so remember to step up, Brooklyn, so you can't get bumped under as well. But not bad. I think you had a good chance of that block out. This play is almost perfect. Here comes the trap. Right? So where do we need people? We need a person behind the ball, which Amon's about to run there, which is good to see. And another rule is to need, and this isn't usually taught, we need somebody to sprint middle, because then the trappers can't guard both of that. And then we need a person on the sideline. All right, so he deals with the press good. I'd like to see maybe a retreat dribble because, defenders are going to be taller than Jackie. All right, but nobody runs middle. All right, so since nobody's middle, Zeke can kind of cause problems over here because he doesn't have to respect anything here. All right, Brooklyn does a good job of running opposite. But now Zeke almost gets it, so now it's an adventure. All right. So just know the rules, and the lack of other rules made y'all kind of have this, right? Just a bad possession. All right, but this is the other thing I like. Once Zeke gets it, all right, Jaren is coming to help, and we need somebody. If your man is the one helping, you need to follow right behind him, and you'll have a layup. So as he runs to help, you run right behind him. Boom. Zeke's able to find him. Foul. We're going to the free throw line. Here, Ethan, I need you to quit panicking. Awesome rebound, right? You snag it down, and you start seeing, you got two people by you, but you just need to pivot out and just dribble to space until you find somebody to throw to. You don't need to just take off dribbling randomly, all right? Play to your strengths, all right? So make sure, look for that outlet, turn, and be strong with the ball. I'm proud of the energy on this play, all right? So let's look. All right, so we take, let's just call it a tough shot. I don't want to say a bad shot, but this is a tough shot. One of the reasons is because nobody knows this shot is going up. Caleb's turned, things like that. So when your teammates don't know you're about to take a corner shot, that's not good. Jackie just took it out, so she's completely behind the play. All right, so if you miss this shot, which is probably going to be missed ahead somewhere, that's going to put y'all in a 5-on-3 situation. All right, so boom. That's what's happening. Jackie, Ethan's behind the play, and you only got 3 defenders up here. 5-on-3, but y'all hustle back and play great transition defense. All right, Ethan, even though he took a bad shot, is already back in the play, sprinting back. Caleb's on the stopping ball. Zeke's going to help a little bit. Now, here's the other thing. Caleb does a great job at catching and turning on the rebound and throwing it up ahead quickly, all right? Because just as quickly as Green ran ahead, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, only one Green back basically. Now is Zeke on a 2-on-1, and he has a really nice floater. Boom. But Caleb made the play, all right, by getting it out really quick, no dribble, turn, throw. Boom. We got a head start, quick floater. All right, so that was a great turnaround from one bad play to a good one, turning into a good one. All right, let's look at the area you've grown in, Jaden. So you get the ball, boom, you're kind of going through traffic, but your vision. So now you used to kind of take bad shots in this, but now you got 1, 2, 3 guys guarding you, which means somebody's open, you drop it off. We just got to catch and score that, just a little cleaner. But we still get it in nonetheless. But that your playmaking has grown and gotten a lot better. All right, so where do we get in trouble right here? Ethan, if I was coaching, you'd be coming out the game. We say if you throw the ball in, you need to stay behind the ball, all right? And immediately you sprint past it, all right? Which now Jackie throws it and throws it behind you. So we almost have a turnover because of that. All right, so we got to just get stronger at knowing where we want to go with the ball a lot quicker. So the ball gets rebounded and pushed. All right. Hey, get into his body on this, Jaden. Ahmad. Right here. Go towards the rim, jump into his body, and then score. All right. That needs to be the shot you take. All right. Rebound. Zeke probably should run out to make it a little bit easier outlet pass. But I like this. Y'all start really pushing the ball. Galen gets it, makes multiple people guard him, right back out for the 3. All right, really good job, good team ball right there. All right, playing off of each. Hey Cam, right here, you can't stand right behind Amon, right? Because then he's just gonna throw it in, and should get a layup. You're not even fighting for this. You should be fighting on this side, making an L. If you don't know what that is, I'll let you know. And Ethan, your hands are on your hips, and he has the ball. You're just not ready to get a deflection or anything, but turn your body this way because you're protecting the rim. If the back of your head is what you're protecting. So right now you're protecting them and throwing it to half court. We don't care. We don't want them throwing to Ahmad. So you need to make that pass tougher. All right, but you're guarding them straight on. You see how easy that entry pass is? Ahmad, that should be just a drop step right up. You shouldn't turn the other way because you're lefties like their right shoulder, so you shouldn't turn that way because of that. What I like about this play is I like the backdoor cuts. So right now, you can see the back of Jackie's head. So K cuts. Probably should have cut a little sooner, but nonetheless, he cuts. All right, and the pass is a little behind him, so he can't score it himself. But then Colin sees the back of his defender's head, so he cuts. And normally at y'all's age, in a game like this where the cuts aren't set cuts, players don't. So I'm really happy to see that. Now here's the next thing. We get the ball in quick. This is a pretty good trap, but Jacob applies by the rules. Play behind the ball. It's usually a pass, and then this guy has to help pass to Jackie, but Jacob decides to drive. Nothing wrong with that. Now he's in the paint, which probably means something good's going to happen. So now we get a pass from the paint, wide open shot. Nobody within 8 feet of him. We just missed. But those are the caliber of shots you guys want and need, all right, to consistently happen. All right, so look, now Jacob's the one kind of creating all these paint touches at the moment. So now he throws a pass this time, and there's something to say about your feet touching the paint. Once it goes inside, all eyes go inside, and shooters stay out. So now Cam's wide open for a wide open shot, and bang. So I need y'all to value pushing the ball, getting paint touches, and and being able to be, selfless enough to kick it out and let somebody else score. Good stuff. Cam, I know you haven't had a ton of reps at point guard, but one of the first rules I say on pick and roll offense is look downhill first. All right, see what's down here. So if you were to look downhill, you would see that once you come off this screen, Jaden is down here, so is Cade. So if you turn the corner and occupy Jaden, you could kick right to Jacob for a wide open three. All right, but you never look downhill. So before you even get off the screen, you're already passing. And I think you should be turning the corner. All right, so now you pass it to him without occupying Jaden, and now Jaden is guarding Jacob. So I just want you to see, if you would have turned the corner, Jaden would have had to help, and then he'd be wide open, and you would have created that. So look downhill on your pick and rolls first. All right. And this is a risk isn't worth the reward type of pass. All right, so you throw it. It actually doesn't get close to your teammate because here's Cade. But let's say Cade does catch it. All right, so he's up ahead. You throw this pass. If he catches it, you got, let's make it unblurred. You got Cam, you got Ethan right here. He's going to struggle getting that ball up to the rim. So just kind of know that before you take a high risk play for a low reward play. All right, be sure to look at that. This is one of those plays. I think mine, it just kind of happened, but I'm going to say it because I want you to see if you can create this environment for yourself in less dribbles and more often. If you get to the paint, people are going to look inside. So boom, you get there, and the ball is safe. If you can pro hop to this area, and I can show you a better way to do it when we drill, but it's really tough for players to see man and ball when you're in the middle of the court. And because you're looking, Colin moves without the ball. Perfect pocket pass for a layup. So that's a great play. I just don't feel it happened as on purpose as it looked. So I want you to be able to duplicate that more often, because I think that's something, as strong as you are, that could be really big asset for your game. All right, so let's see. All right, so kind of quick shot here by Jacob. All right, it happens. All right, so now I like the way you're pushing, making a guy guard you. All right, at this moment, I think you should hit Caden now, or probably even a little sooner because he's open. He's been open for a minute there. But this is what I do like. Grant does a great job at cutting. I say that all the time, but now since Ethan's right there, he's not gonna backdoor cut. He's gonna face cut him. All right, so Cade could take this three, but he goes for a closer shot, gets at the rim. But I just want y'all to see the adversity that's created by a push is what makes defensive teams not rotate, not box out, not guard, and so the player movement does that. So again, Grant makes good player movement. Y'all did a good job at hitting him this game. And those are the type of shots you end up with at the end of the day when you can do those little things. All right, way to pull that thing back right there, Jackie. That's good. You don't got to force stuff. And I just feel like this play here is due to fatigue or something. But you can't make bad plays just because you're a little tired. I think you're a little tired. So, first of all, Colin wants the ball high, right? You don't want to bounce pass, but right now there's too much congestion in space, and you throw it anyway. All right, so now you throw it, and the guy that's guarding him isn't even who stole it. It's the guy that's guarding Grant because you haven't let him clear yet. All right, so just, when you're tired, you just make plays like that, like, let me just throw it. And you got to clean that type of stuff up. Green, let's look at what makes you successful. Colin, I think this is an excellent play. I think even for Isaac, this is excellent defense. But I like this jig and then go. You get a step on him, and I want everybody to listen to this. You got to step on them. He's no longer in legal guard position to take a charge as long as you don't put your forearm out. And you kind of keep pounding away. And since he's not in legal guard position, just keep attacking around. And look at all the attention you create. So now we're wide open for a three. Bang. All right, now your thought is, how often can I create this for my team? Because you did it that once. Can you do it the next play? All right, until they learn to stop it or switch and get somebody else to guard you. All right, so just think about little things like that. And like I said, until the very end, I was really happy with this scrimmage because I would like the defensive intensity to step up because I want it to be about how to press and how to deal with it and how to press better, right? Not just how to deal with it. But I like the way y'all share the ball. So like you got the ball here, and so look at how many cuts we just had just now. This is just good basketball, putting pressure on the defense. We throw it in. Immediately, who is this? Caleb cuts, right? Or whoever that is. And then we get another cut. Who is this cut? Right here. Okay, so that is Caleb. I don't know who that is back there. And then here we go. We're guarding Zeke too far back. Pocket pass to Zeke for the back door. So let's just watch that the whole time. Constant pressure on the defender's guard. Backdoor cut, backdoor cut. All right, backdoor cut. And then Galen lifts. So if Imam would have took this away and not let Zeke cut, Galen would have been wide open. So they just had to pick their poison. So that was just a great ball for y'all not to have plays. I'm really, really proud of that. Immediately after Zeke makes this layup, let's look at, who is this? This is Grant right here. All right, the ball isn't even through the net yet. Let's look how quickly he's on the other end with the ball in his hands. This is a great pass by Amon. Boom. Grant just needs to finish it, but just look at the basketball. 0.5 decision by Isaac. Quick pass. Quick pass. Moving. Galen goes for a paint touch. Not there. Move the ball. Zeke goes for a paint touch. Finds a way to throw it behind him. Now they have to switch. He made two guys guard him. Great rotation. Not only is this good, this is great defense. But y'all heard the term. Great offense always beat great defense. Ball fake. Caleb's open. Bang. All right. Now, here's Grant again. Let's look how quickly he is down the court. Jacob looks ahead with a perfect pass. Good patience. Layup. All right. This is just awesome basketball. Who needs plays when everybody knows how to play? All right. So y'all are doing like a really good job at doing this stuff. Now, I would like to see some of this stuff transition to your school teams because cutting and just because you don't expect the ball don't mean you're not supposed to do your job because good play starts to become contagious. So still try to show that at your school games. So this is a shot. Grant gets a strong rebound. I like that. Now I like this because this is court awareness. Jaren can feel, was it Zeke or somebody coming? Boom, spin right off of him. All right, and here's back to some really good play. He was kind of getting trapped. You ran behind the ball as a release guy. Guys, I'm telling you, that's not a common thing that people do, but y'all are learning to have better court awareness. So great defense by Maroon. Good help and recover by Galen. Way to stunt. Now I was proud of Jacob right here being patient. I just knew you were going to shoot it, but then you stayed in triple threat, lived to fight another day. All right, so now this is what I want. Who's coming up? Jacob, I want you to see this. You got two coming for the trap. You got to know where that's coming from. If you hit Amon here, he's wide open. If Zeke guards, you got Grant way over here hiding in the corner for a wide open three. So you actually throw it to the wrong guy, which is Jaden, not because he's a bad player, just because that's not where the 2-on-1 situation is. All right, but nonetheless, the ball gets up top because of our patience. Jaren dribbles, keep his dribble alive. There's Grant always cutting. Boom. Again, really good basketball. And these aren't play calls. This is just reads. All right. So, like I said, I was really excited. Let's watch this whole sequence of events. All right, so this is, again, just good basketball. I drive to score. Dribble handoff is not there. Cade helps. Boom, the ball stays moving. Drive by Caleb. Drive by Cam. Quick pass. Galen still drives to score. Kick. He's wide open. Cade gets a good contest, but that's a great shot too. All right. Hey, Grant, I love this rebound. Two hands squeezing it. That's perfect. All right. So now I like the way you're driving Isaac deep. So now when you drop it off, the pass needs to be a little higher so he can handle and shoot it. But here, let's just look at the hustle on this. Galen realizes what kind of pass you're trying to make. Watch how he sprints up. Great defense. All right. So now you take away that easy shot. All right. They got to keep it moving. All right. Now, I'd like to see, where is it? Now, hey, Brooklyn, I'm proud of this pass. Because when you drive baseline, most people see this guy. It's tough to see this guy and make this pass. I think you should shoot that one, Cade. But it's okay. You attack. Get your floater. All right. So now we're pushing right back the other way. And Zeke changes gears. He makes multiple guard him. Right here, this is great spacing by Isaac. Great spacing by Galen. I would like to see who's this? Cam cut. If you cut Cam, that would be perfect because then they'd have to guard. You kind of cut late, right? You cut after the play. Let's watch this quick pass by Isaac, which kind of gives Galen the wide open look he needs. It's almost a touch pass. Boom. Right back to him. Really nice there. All right, now, this is the only thing that kind of finishes this sequence of just good play, good defense. Because the reason y'all got to make so many passes is because of the defense. Galen, you can't let him walk into this three. You got to jab like you're going to go at him. Because right now, you got to buy time for somebody else to come and help. Cam can't do it because Brooklyn's running for a layup. So you got to jab, and like you just kind of let him walk to the three-point line. So even though you're in a bad position, you just got to make him think so he can't walk into that. But other than that, a really good possession there. All right, I'm putting this because there's a lot of training in this. I always tell you guys there's no such thing as shooting with the correct foot. Once you get to a certain level, it's can you get a bucket. So I think you drive, right, until you're open. And then because you're on your right foot, you're like, hey, if I take one more step, I'm going to be right in the Cade. Let me just shoot the floater off of 1 foot. And this looks so routine because you have a soft touch and you're good at them now. Some people say floaters are bad shots, but if you practice, they're actually pretty easy. Boom, touch, right into the nice bucket. So good job. Brooklyn, let's take a look at this. You get the rebound. You got to chin this thing. You got to learn to grip that ball right. This is not ball security. All right, so now you get guys behind you tipped, and you're fumbling balls because of that. So we got to just do better with our ball security and the little things. Kay, be stronger with that ball there. All right, Isaac looking like he with the Harlem Globetrotters. Like everybody being aggressive, and y'all are able to be aggressive and pass the ball on time because at this now both teams feel like, hey, I can get off the ball and I'll probably get it back. There's a good chance, right? So y'all could just make good plays and not play selfish. So here's Amon. Boom. He's going to get his paint touch. He says, hey, help's coming a little too early. Kick. Boom. Jaden, if you can make this decision quicker, Cade should have a shot. But watch how you kind of stutter and almost travel. And that messes you up. So now Zeke's taking away that shot. I'd like for you to be a little deeper, Brooklyn. But look, when you catch this ball, you got to read. There's no room to drive right here. All right, so you got to like tell Cade to clear or whatever you need to do before you attack. But you attack too soon without patience. And boom, it's just too crowded. All right. So just be mindful of that. You got to be able to let a guy clear so you can play one-on-one ball. Jaden, let's break this habit. This is you. Look how you're just watching. So you're basically saying, I'm just going to Zion Williamson out-athlete you for the ball. And you can't play like that because you got to think, you're jumping off the vertical. Everybody else is like sprinting in. And they're going to get a little bit higher. Right? Boom. Ball gets tipped. So you got to make sure you're blocking out so you get those rebounds on the first try. All right, I want to break down a little bit of the effectiveness of this hook pass. So when Zeke drives, he looks downhill. His whole job is to occupy this help guy that's guarding Cam. Once he does that, they fight over. This is the hook pass, all right, which puts Jaden in a closeout situation, right? I mean, it's not his fault. That's just the situation he got to be in because if he didn't help, Zeke would keep driving. So now it makes it easier for Cam to drive against him, and he gets a lift right at the basket, all right? And he's at the line. But I want y'all to see the effectiveness of the hook pass without thinking. Boom, quick, boom, make quick decision at the rim. All right, so it's about quick decisions, not taking long ones. All right, so here's my problem with this possession. The ball went out, which means that the ref has to touch the ball, which means y'all have time to get set up for a press break. All right, so now, the cut tape flip straight to this, and y'all aren't set up. All right, and that's the importance of making sure you're already set up. So now, since we got guys on the baseline and here and everywhere, the takeout guy panics. All right, so they're doing a pretty good job at denying the ball, right? So now nobody was in position. Everybody's pretty much covered. So here comes the panic. 3 seconds up, and then he just throws it. And there goes Caleb running through a pass. Boom, bounce pass. Galen's wide open for it. All right, so we got to get set up quickly so you could better deal with this press. All right, but we do get it in quick. That's good. Here comes the trap. Throw it back to where it came from. Y'all did do a much better job at just executing that. The takeout man stay behind the ball. And boom, that easy. We're up the court without taking all those risks and giving up points. This is how presses are designed. And whenever you have 2 on the ball, that means people are open. So we got a trap here. We got one guy here coming to steal this once he throws it in. So now, since he leaves, we got a middle person, and then we got a sideline person who you can't see. I think that's Jackie. All right, so the way it's designed is that once you throw it up the sideline, if somebody has to cover middle, then it's a 2-on-1 break automatically. So we throw it ahead. So Jaren was the one guarding Jacob, who was middle. So now the back person runs up. Should never run up. All right, let them shoot a 3 before you run up, because then they throw it right by. So Jacob, you shouldn't run at her. You should stay underneath the basket. So now she throws it right below you for a layup. All right, so let's back that up. Let's watch it one more time. So we got a sideline guy. We got a middle guy who should be a little bit closer to the middle, but that's okay. We didn't go over it. And Jaren is actually right here. Boom. Pass. Guy helps up, so it's pass, layup. I really appreciate how y'all, hey, no sweat. Jacob takes it out really quick, gets it to Jaren. We already got a guy running the floor, moving on to the next play. Nobody's hanging their head. And this is what happens when you play good ball. Jaren throws a really good pass to Brooklyn. I think he could have had the footwork to turn and score it. He didn't. So, look, kicks it out. That's all right. But the ball finds you when you make good plays. So, there you go. Throwing it right up top. Good pass, Colin. Bang. Wide open. Now, this is a great example of why you need triangles. All right. So, even though Jackie's not able to get the ball to either of these guys, 1, 2, 3, there's the triangle. It's really tough for them to guard all 3. So now Jaren sprints there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders, and they can't guard all 3 corners. So actually, he's open, and then Jackie ends up getting fouled. But think of it like this. If we get the ball to Jacob, guess who's back there still waiting? Ethan. And that's why you play the numbers game. All right, so we get a little too aggressive. We get a foul. All right, here we go. Jackie does get it out this time because they're in a triangle. Everybody helps up. All right, and now we're off to the races. We get it back to Jackie. Drive, make 2 guard, kick it right back to Caleb. He is in a gym by himself. Nobody within 10 feet of him. All right, knocked down. Great, just great plays right there. All right, so if you know the rules, you accidentally do the right thing, even if you don't know them. All right, so y'all just got to remember to be unselfish and play. Hey, Jaren, the way to keep that ball high. Let's watch this again. Look how high Brooklyn catches the rebound. He does not bring it down with the mice, with Zeke and Jack and all them little people waiting on the ball. Keeps it high and goes and scores. We need to be more consistent with those too. Throw it in quick, Ethan. You're taking too long. Defense, be careful of this. Y'all are like running to areas and not really guarding people. So you don't want this to happen. Boom. Because if we throw it below 1 and 2 guys, right, possibly 3 right from the jump, we're in really bad shape. All right, so now it's like a huge break. Ethan, you got to score that even if it's behind you. The only person behind you is a guard. That's Jaren. You got to go up and score that. Can't throw that out. All right, so Even though Caleb was hitting that game, that's not what we want. Alright. Alright, and good floater by Jackie. Way to get in that lane. Even though this isn't a pick and roll league that we're focusing on, is presses and defensive pressure. Let's talk about this pick and roll. This is good. Look at your crab dribble patience. Boom. As soon as you see daylight, you hit it. Alright, let's watch it again. He's looking downhill. Caleb stays with his man because he's looking downhill. He's like, oh, Caleb, you're going to stay over there and not help? Boom. Hit the gap right in between everybody. That was a really good play. Right, Ethan, although your coach is trying to get you right under the basket and score, nonetheless, it's alright. You end up catching it out here. Alright, but look how many people cut. Alright, so let's rewind this. So watch how many people cut. Galen starts a cut. Then here comes Jacob with a cut. Then there's Caleb with a hard cut. Boom. And Jackie cuts out of the way. So now Grant, that's why player movement is important. If you don't have player movement, Grant helps on this cut. But now he's trying to find his man. Boom. And he runs right out of the way for an easy layup. Good ball movement. Good player movement. Alright, and we'll end with this. Galen's looking. He calls for a pick and roll. His guy fights over, so his only job now is to occupy Grant as this guy rolls. Now, mind, you got to read this. You're not really paying attention. When this guy rolls, you got to help. Alright? And since you kind of stay home and don't help, which would have been a tough help, but still, you still got to. And that was a great play. So, hey, look, all in all, until the end, everything was really good on both groups. Only one team can win. But y'all were playing a really good brand of basketball. And I want y'all to make sure y'all watch this video all the way. Well, y'all are at the end of it now. Make sure you watch it and really learn from it and learn to do it and duplicate it multiple times in your own games. All right, good stuff.